what's going on, y'all? What's up with it? Yeah, I know we was running a little behind schedule, you know what I'm saying? But it's about to be a good show. We just dropped some new promo for Monday night show on Slick Talk, you know, but we'll get into all of that in just a few minutes. Yeah, and once again, we definitely appreciate um, all the support from everybody. You know, from the shares, the likes, um, just everything, man. We definitely appreciate everybody. We appreciate everybody. Um, we're gonna always keep giving y'all the truth. That will never stop us um, get bringing y'all the truth, especially different situations that are going on in our communities. Um, and everybody already know it's a lot of talk on the redistricting. Um, we'll be putting some other things out there for everybody to see as far as this redistricting. Um, it's a very serious thing. So it shouldn't be taken lightly at all. Um, again, do your research, find out what's going on, and once you do your research and find out what's going on, you know, relate that same information to somebody else so they can relate that same information to somebody else. So that way, you know, many people is constantly aware of what's going on. Voting time, y'all. I can't stress this enough about voting. It's coming around the corner, you know, in just a couple of months. Um, and we will be having an event uh, to where the community can come out and get registered to vote. You know, so y'all just stay tuned. You know, just stay ready for that because we're definitely putting together an event uh, to make sure that everybody is able to get out and vote. Uh, because we don't vote, you know, and that's what the redistricting thing, you know, that's why that's, you know, pretty much in effect. Just like Dr. Kathy Tatum said, you know, the presidential turnouts, you know, everybody turns out for that, but when it comes to city and state chairs, you know, the turnout is not good, and that's why the city is suffering right now. Um, District 18 was the majority was black, but now the majority population in District 18 is Hispanic. Um, and it's a problem because we need to get out. You know, and this is my thing. When it comes to this voting thing, everybody always want to talk about they, you know, they don't do politics and that doesn't count for us or your vote doesn't matter. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. You know, the only difference between the presidential and the city elections, the presidential election, you know, somebody can be winning, you know, but those electoral votes, You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's the only tricky part about the voting thing with the presidency. Now with voting on the city level, say man, everybody need to get out and vote. Everybody need to get out and vote because hey, it is playing a major part. I mean, a major part, and everybody need to get out and make sure your ass, make sure you knock on your neighbors door, call your cousins. You know what I'm saying? Get everybody involved. It, make sure everybody get out and vote because if not, we're gonna constantly be in a situation where schools are gonna constantly be shutting down in our communities. They done already closed so many schools. They already closed so many schools in the in a lot of communities. You know so, and that's why I hate that Gary Monroe had to leave so soon because the school systems wouldn't have been suffering, and right now the school systems in Houston, Texas cannot bounce back. It's gonna be a long time before Houston schools bounce back. And Houston has a lot of schools. Houston has a lot of schools, especially in District 18 alone. District 18 has a lot of schools. A lot of schools. You know, but we're gonna get Brother Emmanuel in here, so we can get the show on, man. Yeah, everybody, had it Friday. Yeah. Make sure you tell your people to get out and vote. It's crucial. See, it's critical. Hey, it's critical for real when it comes to the vote. What's up with it, brother, man? Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
You're exactly right, man. This voting, man, this is an issue that's affecting us. It's going to affect us, and we're going to all have to join in. But I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Thank everybody that's been waiting. This is Friday night recap, and the Friday night recap is of the Critical Show. And this is the Critical Show. Y'all already know Big Critical, and I am Brother Emmanuel, the Houstonian. The Houston haters hate to hear because I scream it loud and clear. 24/7, 365. I represent the truth. Critical Show. Good news, GP on mine. Come to you tonight with some news you can use because it's news that we use. You always know we coming from the hip, from the lip, not from the hip. So y'all ain't got to be scared tonight, man. Y'all know what it is. But we sure appreciate everybody for joining on last night. That was a powerful show, bro. I really appreciate you for holding it down, man, teaching everybody. Y'all not hear me now?
Can hear you a little better.
Can you hear me a little better now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we sure appreciate everybody I appreciate everybody for being here tomorrow night. I mean, last night for the Critical Show. Y'all know what it was if you was here, but I appreciate you, bro, for handling it, and giving everybody the importance of the truth about the redistricting situation. The 18th, district is being broken up so that many people can come in and take advantage of it in the long haul, and it's going to have to be taught the right way, by those that are not trying to fool us. And I appreciate you bringing that up. We'll talk a little more about that, but we do want to salute everybody that's here tonight. Brother David Jones, Brother Ricky Jason, of course, rest in peace, Brother Gary Graham, Shaka Son Kofa, and Free Movement Abu Jamal. Y'all know what's up. Y'all know those stories. Y'all know those people and many more of our political prisoners. You know, those that have given their lives, you know, injustice and have been done wrong. Us, the people, have to avenge them. And we avenge them by saluting their memories and their spirits and their works. So, you know, of course, you know, they freed Larry Hoover. So, you know, I don't know why our brother Abu hasn't been able to get out yet, but people are gonna have to come together and take care of that. But you know, I wanna focus on appreciation for our sister Queen Natural of the Huey P. Newton Gun Club for another great show on Wednesday night. I thought we wanted change. Uh, this was the part two of a topic of the emasculation and feminization of young black males, and it was magnificent, man. Salute to her. Salute to her host, her co-host, the doctor, and brother Ali. You know, they always go real hard in the paint. And brother Talib, brother Mansa, brother Tacumbo, and brother Tusk. Those were the others on the panel, and gave some good knowledge as to understanding that situation and breaking it down. And that's something, as you were saying last night, we need that. We need those topics. So we salute her and we appreciate her for bringing it up. And yes, we always promote those to go on YouTube and subscribe to her channel. See the videos, you know. You can go on YouTube and subscribe to the Critical Show also. Just look it up exactly the way it's spelled. You can find it and you can subscribe. We need that, you know, so that y'all can stay, you know, educated about stuff, because we're going to give it to you the right way. We're going to give it to you the way we want it. We're going to give it to you the way you need it. We want you to get educated yourself and make the proper decisions. But this is a serious issue with this redistricting of the 18th district, man. It's because, as Critical said, it's low vote. You know, it's a low vote rate that comes out, man. We've been for years trying to rally the people, you know, out there, boots on the ground, talking to the people, educating the people, screaming to the people from the highest mountains, you know, to come out. But when it's time to do that, you know, it seems to not be a high turnout in those districts, and that affects a lot of the decisions. But as Critical has shown on the page, y'all can go see it, that Ken Paxton, you know what I'm saying, the Attorney General, you know, asked them to lock the keep the Democrats from leaving out, because they had done that prior to stop some Republicans from doing something. And so his request was that they not be allowed to do that, because what a lot of them feel is that the Republicans are making a play for power for now and for the long haul. Because if they can disrupt those districts, then they can put the Republicans in the position to where they'll have many more points on the later scale of the vote for the president. You know, many other different situations where you need that balance. They know they won't have it. And it's true. All those things are true. But as we were saying, as Brother Critical was saying, as I say, you know, those that have been in power up to this point, what have they been doing? What have they been doing? Have they been securing? Have you been securing this for the people? You know, have you been doing the work? You know, so that right now we're all strong and together in numbers? Or have a lot of them been, you know, BSing? And now that others are trying to come and change some stuff up, they feel like their positions of power to manipulate us and not do nothing for us is in jeopardy, and now they want us and everybody to come out. These are my opinions. These are feelings. These are things everybody need to wonder about. Because as Critical said, as we say, you know, they always say what they gonna do when it's time for voting season. And then when they get voted in, do we see a lot of them doing the things we ask? Do we see change? If they've been holding positions of power for all this time in these districts, have we seen change? You know, that's what you have to question and answer for yourself. And if the answer is not that, then, you know, they've done this to themselves. Even though a lot of the things that a lot of people are proposing would happen with the redistricting and the redistribution of the power, feeling like it would hurt, you know, minority communities and stuff. Even if that's so, there's really nothing we can do, because for all these years while others have had power, have they done what is necessary for us to be out of that position of needing help or needing change? Have they fixed things? Have they been there for us? You know, it's like they say, you got to stay ready to keep from getting ready. You can't wait until the problem is right there. You got to prepare for it before, or it's going to overwhelm you. And a lot of times, a lot of them have sat up in their seats of power that we put them in and done nothing for us. They pulled a lot of scams. There's been a lot of scandals and shit. And a lot of them haven't been exposed. Some of them have been exposed, but they have a good, knack for hiding their shit. And we've uncovered many, pieces of proof to that under that party. So we got to question ourselves as a people. Do we want a party just because we want to seem like we're down for our people? Do we want a party that's really secretly destroying our people? Or do we have the courage to stop and stand up and separate from that? Call them out on that. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter if you're a Democrat or a Republican, you have to vote on issues that affect all of us. We have to vote on issues that affect all of us. So you can't run from it. You got to jump into the battle. You got to get into the ring and fight. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying a lot of those that have had the belt for a long time, they haven't been fighting for us. Because if they had, they wouldn't be in a position right now where their district and where all these situations could be threatened. And now they have to protest. And now these people are ignoring them. You know what I'm saying? Thus ignoring us. And a lot of them, they always start screaming that they for us. You know what I'm saying? There was a video that my brother put out of Jarvis Johnson talking about stop the Republican Party, the Republican power, keep democracy in this state. Screaming, they let's stand together. They come for one, they come for all. They always say this stuff, you know what I'm saying, when their power is being challenged, when they could possibly get dethroned. But when they were on there, were they doing what they supposed to? It's like, brother, it's like you said yesterday on the show, a great example. Your mama told you to do something and kept telling you over and over until she finally get tired of telling you, and then she said, okay, now it's too late now. You can't get up out of it. Basically, you finna get an ass whoop. That's what that analogy really means. You've been given the opportunity to do stuff, do work for the people, unite the people, but have you done it? You've been given the time and a lot of time to change the infrastructure, fix things, correct things. Have you been doing it? Because if you had, the people would be united and more on your side. You wouldn't be in this position. And although a lot of people think it, like Sister Jasmine Crockett, you know what I'm saying, and Beto O'Rourke, they made statements, to this effect of they looking at this as a issue of taking power so that they can take over the presidency at a later date by having more Republicans on their side. Yeah, it could be looked at, and it could be a power play. It could be hints of racism in there. But what we're saying is, we know those things are factors in life. We know those are things that people will try to use against us. What have the people that are for us or supposed to be for us, what have they been doing while we've allowed them to have power all this time? Have they been doing it? And we have to tell the truth to power. A lot of them have not. Because now it's time to clean up and it's too late. Now mama done got tired of it. She got the belt. You finna get your ass whooped. You want to scream out, something bad happening. No. Even if it is something bad happening, you've left us in a predicament where we can't even help our damn selves. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all ineffectiveness, but y'all not doing what you're supposed to have been doing over these years. So it's like Brother Malcolm said many years ago, chickens coming home to roost. And if it's necessary to break up the powers that have been in here lying to us, manipulating us under the veil of being our friend, and so be it. Because a proverb said that a child will burn the village down to feel the warmth, burn the house down to feel the warmth if you won't let them in and they out in the freezing cold. We're the people, we're out in the freezing cold with a lot of things that we've been needing help for and haven't been addressed or done. They've been, during their times of power, they've been treating us citizens like we ain't nothing. Remind yourselves of City Hall. Remind yourselves of City Council. How when it's time for the public speaking session, go back and look at it. How they ignore so many. How they just let them come up there for a few seconds and then, get the fuck on. Oh, Gary Monroe spoke to that. He went into City Council and told them, you do not have a right to put people out of here. You do not have a right to do a lot of the things that you are doing. And what he was silent. You know, sad, but he was speaking truth to power. They don't hear us like they should. And so we shouldn't trust them and believe them. But when the voting season comes and they need our help, or when their powers is threatened by the opposite, their opposite, they want us to join in the fight. When it's something that's affecting them, they say us. But when it's stuff that affects us, they say y'all. But it's no longer us. You can't reach them. You can't do, what you need to do. But we as the constituents, we as the public, we are the people, we have the power, and we have to unite truthfully, not under their rally call, not under their battle cry, but under our own. From right here and from many other stages, we have to just be for real. And it's time to get the fuck up and go vote. We can't talk about our ancestors. We're the new ones. What are we doing in our community? What are we doing in our neighborhoods? What are we doing in our families? Are we talking about this on a regular? Are we bringing the subject up? Are we joining together to go and do those type of things? Do y'all have y'all paperwork together? Do you have your IDs up to date? All those type of things are part of this, because you have into September, I believe September 30th. It's 30 days before the election. You have to register to vote so that you can be on the list and have your vote in there. So you cannot wait. These last few weeks are very, very important. You know what I'm saying? You cannot wait, but you have to do that, and you have to hold those type of come-togethers in your neighborhood and from your different platforms to get the people rallied and to get the people in motion. You know what I'm saying? We can talk a lot, but the moving, the rallying, the putting together of the people is what's necessary to create change. And if we're not doing that, then we're not getting anything. But again, we want to salute our brother Critical for the honor he's going to be getting in the future. The award, and the Biz Radio. They are doing many great things, have been doing them for many, many years. So I salute that. My brother deserved the award. He deserved the accolades and more. So I hope to be at the event at the mansion in Cali, But if not, him and his family will be there to accept that award, and we'll bring it to y'all. You know what I'm saying? 50 Shades of Green, I believe you said, in September. So again, y'all can look on his page. He's gonna bring it out there to y'all and let y'all know at the right time, the details on that. And we want to salute. I want to salute personally to the doctor, both our doctors, Dr. Hill and Lady Hill, on their anniversary. You said it was 88. I salute that. I salute that union, because they have been forces that have been doing many great things, supporting each other to get out there and do many things. They had a show many years ago. If many of y'all had followed them, have been loyal followers of them for the many years. They had a show at one time called with the Hales, and they would sit down and eat, man, and it was beautiful, man. It was magnificent. They would always have something good and always talk about it. They was the original Netta and Charles. Not no disrespect saying that. I'm just saying they was the real. You know what I'm saying? Netta and Charles. They're other brand, but those are the ones who would sit down and eat. And she was, serve her king, and you know what I'm saying. I'm just bringing that up. They're close. They were born. They were the first couple. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to that, but it is what it is. So I salute their marriage. From their union, they had a magnificent daughter, and has done great things. Their whole family, greatness out. So I salute y'all union and it not being fake. The third annual backpack bash is going to be going on, a balloon release in honor of one of our great citizens at Thomas Wiseau Park, Greenspoint Park, on tomorrow from 12 on. And we want to, send much love to that event. That also letting everybody know that on August 2nd, which is tomorrow, the annual event for the mayor, whichever mayor sits in, has the event every year at the Georgia on Brown, where they get backpacks and any other little things for the kids. It's going to be a lot of people, but it's going to be a lot of things. So if you haven't received resources, go down there. If you're available to go down there and get that for your babies. Your babies need the stuff. Do what you got to do for the babies, man. Shout out to our little sister Aisha Shaheed, of the Huey P. Gun Club and of Ampu. She's doing an event on next weekend, August 9th. So we want to make sure to look that up and support that. Uh, our sister Morticia Sherman, she's going hard on the unapologetic therapist. She's going hard on her podcast, bringing the truth to light about a lot of mental health issues, man. That sister is magnificent, man. Just beautiful inside and out, man. So I want y'all to go and support her. She is another one that we have a major stamp on here at the Critical Show. She's been doing that, you know what I'm saying? And we support her as much as we support Natural. We're not going to sponsor or back up anybody that we don't know is going to be true for you. It's going to be good for you. Don't do hopes and beliefs and trust. We go on facts. And the people that we mess with going to always bring you facts of life. And they're going to give it to you the right way. So we're going to always, whoever we talk to y'all about, we're going to always stand on that. When you go and you find out for yourself. We're going to always promote you to go and find out for yourself. But yeah, that thing that Ken Paxton did by telling them to lock the doors to keep the Democrats, those are all plays, man. And there's many more plays about this situation, things that's going to affect us in the future if they get their way. But again, how are we really living right now is what you have to question and answer for yourself. And we have to get mobile and go down there and we have to make our voices heard at that ballot box, you know what I'm saying? It's November election on the 4th. It's very, very important. I believe it's the 4th or the 3rd this year. But this Tuesday, the first Tuesday in November, it is very, very important. So everybody needs to, come on with it and do what you got to do, man. Educating the people, educating the public, about what's going on. Again, I back my brother up, back up Critical up, and Senator Miles, Brother Ron Reynolds, and our big brother. Much love and respect to brother Al Green, man. He has been representing, standing, out there on the front line for many years, man. I'm talking about many years. Right there with our former Congresswoman, Sheila Jackson Lee. Y'all know her work is great. He has been right there with her, man. They've been fighting these battles for many years. And our brother should get all our roads. He should get our support, our security, our backup. We have in the past, reached that out to him, and although he's declined, we still did what we had to because we love our brother truthfully. He represents H-Town. He represents, our people all over. And he's been standing on issues that don't just affect our city, but affect all over. Not just affecting this district, but affecting all over. And that's the type of person I want in any office, whether they be Republican or Democrat. If they be the type of person that cares about issues for everybody, they'll do right for the people that they are in control of. And we are those people that are under their authority. So we need to make sure that we back them up truthfully. And this is the most important part, the vote, to get them in now. Again, everybody need to look it up for themselves. But we thank everybody that has been truly supporting, that's going to continue to support. We want to let y'all know that on Monday night we have an explosive show, magnificent show. Our sister Rod Tali and our brother Yakanan, oh man, of the People's Party. It is gonna be amazing, y'all. Amazing. But look at the promo that Critical got out there. I need some shares on that. I need y'all to like that, to heart that. Let the people know to be ready and be present on Monday night. No excuses. Get ready because these two that we have, these are true Black Panthers. These are true, warriors. True urban guerrillas. True terrorists. True lie killers. They come from the real part of our life, the most important part of our life, the soul, the essence of us, what people would call our heart. They come for the people. They've done work for the people, and it has been pure, spotless. They're human beings. What I'm saying, like we all are. But the work that they have done for the people, is untested, So I thank you, Critical, for bringing them and what we have to look forward to on Monday night. So y'all be ready for it. Monday night slick talk, 8 o'clock. Y'all know what it is. It's in the spirit and the memory of our brother Gary Monroe, H Town, the five star general, the original. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we thank y'all. We thank y'all for all the work that those ones that are out there are truly doing to educate the kids in the community and get things done in y'all districts, in your school districts and in your zoning districts. We all need to get educated. So, as Critical said yesterday and today, stay tuned, continue to share the channel, continue to look at the channel so that you can get the updates, get the notifications, because he does a lot of work dropping these promos to educate us. So look at it, share it out to others. Let's get this stuff around so that we can all be present at these different events and we can all be educated as to what we're all doing. Because this is our community, this is our village, right here from the Critical Show. We're giving it to y'all. And as always and forever, I am the Houstonian. The Houston haters hate to hear. Because I scream it loud and clear 24/7, 365. I represent the truth. Critical Show. Good News GP on mine. Remember, no matter what you go through, no matter what you go through, never sit down and never lay down, but do what you were born to do in all things. And stand up. Hey, I appreciate everybody for last night, understanding what we had going on. Me and my family, we were out there in San Antonio, SeaWorld, and it was a magnificent thing because the last time I was in San Antonio, if anybody knows and follows the story of hashtag Justice for King Blake, A Father's Heart, A Father's Fight, y'all know the story of my son. And that was the day, November 5th. When we went to San Antonio, we were out in San Antonio. We learned of my son being murdered here in Houston, and we stopped our vacation and came home. We have not returned now, because of a lot of that stuff. So it took a lot, but we went on and did that for our kids because now we have, three more magnificent kids, or four in total now, and it was only one at that time. So it meant a lot for me to bring my family, have my family there. My father was present, and that was a blessing, to be able to do that type of magnificent thing for your parents. Just a salute to them. He's done great things in my life, gave me life, did magnificent things. So as kids, you want to always give back to your parents if you can. So I was able to give him a moment he's never had, SeaWorld for my children and for him, and for our return to San Antonio in a good light so that we don't look back at that place in a bad light from the pain that I went through losing my son, finding out in that place. You know what I'm saying? These are things that, traumatize people and things that you remember your traumas because of. So, they mean a lot. So I thank everybody, and that's why I shared that with everybody, not to, throw that in nobody's face, but just for y'all to understand this is a part of real life. And that was a great healing, for me and my family, and for the blessings I've received since his passing and his transition away from us, the physical presence to the mental. You know, I've been blessed with three magnificent little princesses, and they're going to be queens one day. But their presence in my life has offered me the healing to see him again. So I do everything for them, and I'm going to continue to. But that was a magnificent thing to be able to share with them and with their grandfather. Those are the moments in life we're going to only be able to hold on to when death comes, when it's the final moment. We're all going to meet that. So do what you can for each other right now while you have opportunity. Appreciate your life, your presence. As we always say, we appreciate your presence because it is a gift. It is the most important thing you have. The only thing you have is the air that you breathe, the life that you live, and you only get one. So we appreciate your presence, and we hope you appreciate our presence as it is that name of present. It's a gift, and we hope we have been a gift to you and yours when we give you all that we give you. Soul food for the soul food, to fill your soul full. And that's what we do always. So until we talk to y'all again, I always say one love.
So you already know what it is. My brother Emmanuel, man, down like four flats for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? All the way from little boys, but appreciate all the support. We'll see y'all Monday night. Just like Brother Emmanuel said, we have a live show. We have a live show for y'all Monday night. Uh, the topic for Monday night will be some things just need to be discussed. So y'all make sure y'all don't miss it. Hey, because it's gonna be a fire show, and a lot of things are gonna be answered. A lot of questions that people need answers to will be answered. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Tyler, our sister Tylee, um, and our brother Yakanan. You know, Monday night is going down. Shout out to everybody, all the support. We love y'all back, and we up out of here.